Welcome back. This is Everyone Loves Kerbals. I mean Pirates, and I hope you saw the first episode and you're back because you enjoyed it and you want to see some more. And I'm glad to have you back. Now, I think in the first episode I said this was Kerbal. Obviously, this is Kerbin. It says many times. I've played this game for long enough, but I think I said it was the name of the planet was Kerbal. So these guys are Kerbals who live on Kerbin, or something like that. Once again, who knows? It's a different language. But we need to pick some new missions. Now, last time we had a miracle first flight where no one died and very little got destroyed. So if you didn't see that, please go check it out because it was kind of amazing. And I rambled a lot and all that kind of stuff. But we did get some stuff done. And I'm going to try not to ramble as much anymore. So we need to probably test some stuff. Because, right, that's the next thing you do in a space program. Okay, we've shown that we can get something off of the surface of the planet fairly quickly and somehow get it back safely. Now it's time to test new parts and see whether they are appropriate for our program. So we have some interesting ones like this where you can test a stack decoupler just landed at Kerbin. Like you just decouple and you're done. But that's something good to know. You don't want to rely on a decoupler while you're flying through space and have not know what it's going to do or have it not work out properly. So I might test a few things that need to be tested while they're landed. It's not glorious, but we can bang them out real quick, and it needs to be done. This is the testing side of things. It's the research and development. And that's everything that would be tested on the runway. So let's close the mission control. Let's go in here so we can build our new craft. And we need to bring up our contracts just so we can see what we need to work on. Now I'm just going to trash the whole thing and start over from scratch. Might as well rename it too. I'm going to name this Surface Test Module, because it's not really even going to be a rocket so much. Mark 1. Okay, we'll save that. And it kind of helps by making things blue for you so you know what you need to test. But then again, I believe the stack decoupler is one of those things and it's not blue. So sometimes you gotta pay closer attention. Now we're getting access to this before we should have access to it in science because we're testing it. So this won't be available when we finish this contract. If you want to kind of game the system, you could take the contract, not ever fulfill it, because especially since it's test on the ground, right? And have access to this part before you actually unlock the science to do so. But no, we're gonna play like it's real. Hardcore roleplay. So we have 2 engines we need to test and the decoupler. So I'm actually going to do... The nice thing is we don't really have to test it with like a lot of thrust or anything. So let's build that. And the 909 is one we have to test, right? Yeah. Put the stack decoupler on there. I'm actually going to fly it just for fun because I think, why not? We should prove that we can do things without blowing up. And then the other thing I'm going to do is kind of, it's a little fuel tank. Because we have to test it while land. Oh, we have to test all these while landed. Crap. So that's the only one we're going to... Let's do it this way instead. That should be able to get off the ground. Okay, I think that's going to work. We'll see. I'm going to throw some landing struts on here just in case, because I'm a little concerned now with my abilities. We'll do 3 times, get our little triangle deal. And what kind of science can we throw on here? We got our mystery goo container now. We also want to do our ability to transmit. We saw that that would have come in quite a lot of handy last time without the miracle landing. But it still was a nice thing to do. I don't like how it's clipping through that. There. Yeah, that's even. Cool. Okay, I think that should be good. Now let's take a look at our settings here. So I'm going to decouple that on the launch pad. So we'll be landed, and that should work there. Now, I'm also going to test, which one is this? 909. We shouldn't go anywhere. We should still be landed, and then I'll test that. And it's really not going to let us launch very high. I'm just going to give it a little thrust, run some tests on it, and then we're going to go into the air. And actually, I should look at these, because sometimes the test conditions are different. So it's saying activate the part through the staging sequence when all conditions are met, which is basically to be landed. Sometimes you actually have to right-click it on something and perform tests, so it's a good thing to keep an eye on. So this actually did okay. We need the parachute to be a separate stage than launching or providing thrust on that engine. We don't want to fight the parachute. And let's see how it works. Save that, go to launch. Now, the ways this could go bad is the decoupling on the launch pad could knock us over. And if that happens, we'll just we'll test the engines while we're on our side, but we won't be crazy. Okay, I'm going to take throttle all the way down so we can be kind of cautious about this. Okay, so as you can see, we're landed, so all the conditions are met. And before we go anywhere, just to make sure that we get all the science that we can get, we're going to observe the mystery goo from here. Goo doesn't seem to be doing much right now, of course. And I'm going to keep that data because we don't get a whole lot of science from transmitting it. It's just we won't have enough power to transmit it anyways. We can do a crew report, but I believe we've already gotten all of that. We can. Now, I could do an EVA report here, but the dumb Jebediah may fall. Let's try it. We know he won't die from that distance. So he bounced a lot, but he managed to hang on. So we can do an EVA report here. Most precarious situation. Yes, it is. And we can store that experiment, which he would have done automatically when he got back inside. There's really nothing else to do out here, so let's just hit F to board. And perhaps we will review that data and just transmit it, because I believe we'll have enough electric charge to do everything else we need to do. There we go. Leaves us with 10 electric charge, less than our other one on the first mission, but good to go. Okay, so I'm going to activate the first stage. Okay, we're still landed. We're kind of wobbling around a bit, but that's okay. I'm going to provide a tiny bit of thrust. Oh, we have to activate the next stage. It's that one. Actually, we didn't even have to provide any thrust through it, but we might as well give it a tiny test just to make it more realistic. So we're testing it, which is good. Okay, we're going to decouple from that stage. It didn't blow up at very little. And then we're going to decouple. And we're still landed, right? Yep, and we're going to test the last engine. And I'm just going to take it to full throttle and then fire. There we go. So we got all three of ours without destroying anything. And all those things should be recoverable. Now we're flying over Kerbal. We can do our mystery goo here if we want. Jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. Excellent. We didn't not get very high. So I'm just going to wait until we get to the very top of our elevation that we're slowly gliding up to. Oh, we just got over 5,000 again. Excellent. Okay, and we're starting to fall. So I'm going to use the parachute. Now, if we wanted to, we could try an EVA again. Especially once the parachute opens. Though we think we can survive. It'll open 500 meters above the ground. This is above sea level. So the ground is not exactly at sea level. So it'll probably open up closer to like 1,000 meters or something like that. Of course, there's the sea there, so maybe it will be pretty dang close to 500. Okay, I'm going to try an EVA now that we're going quite slow. Oh, we need to lower our landing gear. Oh, that's going to blow up. I didn't check to make sure that our landing gear was lower than the engine. Oh, well. Okay, I'm going to EVA here. I'm going to do an EVA report. Oh, we already got that one. Okay. Never mind. We're going to get back in. So our rocket is going to blow up. If we left ourselves a little fuel, we could have thrusted and made sure that we slowed down a bit more. But oh well. Quite the interesting landing. He looks slightly nervous. But there we go. And we can, if we want, do another crew report. It's our space center. We're home. Yay! I'm actually going to transfer that. Might as well. Cool. And I'm going to hop out just to make sure. EVA report, yeah. And, I mean, we got some samples over there, but I'm actually going to jump down and get some samples here. Just to make sure. I don't know if we really need a flag here. You guys kind of let me know how much you want to see flags. But, yeah, we got a little more science from our surface sample. And obviously, we've already done that. And I'm not going to really put a flag for this. It was just a test. But we will go to recover vessel. We got 2.3 science just from what he was carrying on him. And we got him back, which got us some reputation, I believe, as well. Let's go to the tracking center. And, well, all we have is the test module here. We're not going to be able to recover what's just sitting on the launch pad, apparently. But we will recover that. Oh, I need to turn on debris. That's it. So we got an extra 10 science from what was on our ship. And we also got over almost 4,200 of our funds back. Not too bad. If we turn on debris, we can take these things and recover them as well. Yes, I would like to recover that. I don't know if we really get anything for this, but I'd rather not have it just sitting on the launch pad. I guess I could have paid attention to like our money or something and recover those two and seen if it had helped or not. Kerbin, a unique world. Kerbin has flat plains, soaring mountains, and wide blue oceans. Home to the Kerbals, it is just the right conditions to support a vast, seemingly undepletable population of eager green creatures. So that's good, because we're probably going to kill a few. Reaching a stable orbit around Kerbin is one of the first things budding space programs strive for. It's said that he who can get his ship into orbit is halfway to anywhere, which is true. I've noticed that. So we got some parameters about Kerbin, some interesting characteristics that it may potentially have. Scale height. 5 kilometers. I wonder if that means like the highest mountain is 5 kilometers high. Atmosphere height is 70,000, so you want to get above that 70,000 if you want to have a stable orbit around the planet. And escape velocity. You got some interesting stuff here, which I've really never looked at, so it's good to know. Okay, let's go back. Once again, I'm going to keep these short, probably just one, especially these kind of short missions per video. But let's check out, before we end, our research and development and see what else we can do. So what I'd really like to get would be some more science giddy types of things. Science giddy? Is that really happy science or science that you get? I'm not sure. But, you know, I'll deal with just some bigger rocket parts because that will help things. There we go. And we'll get quite a bit of science when we actually do something notable, like orbit Kerbin. And we also have archives here, which I never really paid much attention to as well. But you can see where we've got our science from before. And I believe things like this, where it's not, the bar is not completely full, means that we can get those again. We won't get a lot for them. We'll fill up the bar. But there is some more science to be done if we want to get every little eeky bit of science left. And we kind of can do it by report as well. And by location. So we've only done stuff on Kerbin, but once we get to the moon or Minmus, which is another moon of Kerbin, another satellite, you know, sun, we should get a surface sample of the sun. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. That was episode 2. Hope you are enjoying it. Once again, please leave me comments. Let me know what you think. I'm going to do a few of these first episodes in a row just to get some stuff recorded while I am able to. and get these out. But I am very interested in what you guys think, as you may know from my other videos, and I love to interact with you guys and just kind of hear what you want, so I can hopefully work along those lines and expectations and give you guys something that you enjoy watching. And once again, while the series is early like this, it does help if you don't, very few people do comment, but looking at stuff like likes and stuff is kind of easier to get a good idea of whether people are interested in the series or not. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.